Hi, welcome back to the Addictive Wellness channel. My name is AnnaBlanca and today we are going to make some unbelievably good granola. I learned this recipe from my sister Sophie. She lives in Portugal and makes it with her children all the time. So I stole this recipe from her. Psst, stays between us, unless she finds this video. Alright, let's start with, I start with oats. I put quite a bit on it, but if you're on a keto diet, leave this part out because you don't need the extra carbs, right? I like to make a lot of this because the one precious commodity I don't have in the kitchen is time. So I like to make a lot of it because my man, Sage, he has a wonderful appetite. And he can eat a lot of this when we are in a rush and we don't have that much time to make a big breakfast. So all these organic rolled oats, they are wonderful. You know how versatile oats are. And then I put all kinds of different nuts in it. I'm making a big double batch, but I'm going to write down the recipe in a way that you can just make half if you like. So this is 32 ounces of pecan, 32 ounces of walnuts. We don't mess around in here. 32 ounces of almonds. I don't need to say every time that it's organic, it's given, okay? And 32 ounces of cashews. Thank God I have such a big bowl in the house. And 32 ounces of pumpkin seeds. Wow, this is looking real good in here. And I didn't have that much sunflower seeds and hemp seeds on hand, but these, you just put as much as you like, really. It's up to you. So I only have 16 ounces of each of them, but this is a huge pile of nuts and seeds and oats. Then I love these and I just mix it up. Mix it all up. Wow, this is the best part. I had to put quite a bit of muscle into this. I'm very glad that you guys are witnessing that I'm working out at the same time. Now comes my absolute favorite part, adding adaptogenic superherbs in there. Cordyceps, astragalus, and ashwagandha. I put 3 to 4 tablespoons in such a big double batch. So let's add them to it. Especially nowadays, look at that, doesn't want to come out. All done. Have to put this down and give it a bit of a nudge. Oh, it's been sitting here, waiting to be used. There you go. Astragalus, ashwagandha, and the cordyceps. All right, this is going to be an amazing adaptogenic super granola. And because we love a good taste, I put a whole tablespoon of vanilla. If you like, you can put a little bit more. Oh my God, it smells like heaven. And the whole 1, maybe even 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. And then I have a mix of the other herbs, but if you don't want to make it too fragrant, heavy, I would say go easy on the cardamom and a nutmeg. I will a little bit of cardamom, a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of cloves, and there's a mixture of all those 3 in here. I'm really not going to tell you how much to put in there. It's really up to you how much you like smelling those amazing herbs in your morning granola. 1.5, maybe 1 tablespoon of salt. I am doubling things up in my head very quickly, so a whole tablespoon of salt. And if you like it sugar-free, I'm using powdered xylitol. If you like to add a little bit of honey, I would say melt it into the coconut oil that we're gonna put on top of everything, and then it's easier to mix it in there, because if you just put honey all over this, good luck, it's gonna stick on everything. So I have This is an incredible, very delicious xylitol. I powdered it up already. It's half a cup. I don't like it to be too sweet. If you like your morning granola a little bit sweeter, just put so much more if you like. Or put a couple of drops of stevia in your coconut oil. That's another way to go. All right, now we are going to mix all of it up again. I really wish that my sister's kids were here. They are the best mixing this up. I'm going to ask Sage to put in a little bit of footage how she uses them as kitchen labor. And they have a little chant that the little one, when he was about 3 years old, came up with. All right. If I try it, I don't sound that charming. We have one thing left to add to it, and it is your favorite oil, because you need something to keep all of this together. I like to use melted coconut oil, and for this huge batch we need at least 4 cups. But you can use algae oil or walnut oil. Those are all very good for very high heat. Although what we're going to put in 340, 350 degrees for about 20-25 minutes. It's not extreme high heat, but high heat. So I already put 2 cups in here, so we are going to put another 2. All right. Alrighty. It's getting there. After this, I'm just going to spread it out thinly on a cooking sheet and put it into the oven. Let's see if you might need any more oil. But it seems to be picking it up. Just you will see when that very dry look starts to disappear. That's when you know that you have enough oil on it. Wonderful. All right, I think we are in business. How long do you think this granola is going to last in this house? Not too long. All right. Here comes the cookie sheet. This is the best part. All right, let's put it a little bit closer, otherwise it's going to end up on the table. So this is the first batch, the first cookie sheet. It's going into the oven, and when it starts roasting and all the aroma of the spices and the nuts and the seeds fills the house, it is wonderful. And this is it. It was so easy and so much fun to make. And the next morning all you need is a bowl and a spoon and your favorite nut milk, and you're ready to go. And this granola will already have your astragalus, ashwagandha and cordyceps in it. Cordyceps, it allows your body to utilize more oxygen, so you have more stamina and more energy for the day. Ashwagandha is good for relaxation, amazing for your thyroid, for your hormones. They call it the ultimate adaptogen for a reason. And let's do not forget about astragalus. It gives you energy, power, helps with your immunity. What else could we really want from a breakfast? Go to work instead of us? That was a very flat joke, guys. Forget about it. Anyhow, enjoy. I'm quite sure you will like it as well, as much as we do.